Hey everyone, so in this session, I'm going to challenge myself to finish or build an interior design agency operating system inside Notion in less time than usual, or probably just let's call it a timed project build, okay? So I already have the databases which are assisted by AI, okay? But I'm going to do my own human review. We have clients, we have projects, we have rooms and spaces, we have products and specs, we have purchase orders, we have vendors and trades, and then we have tasks. Tasks should be here. So we will start one database at a time and we will clean up and design them very well so that we end up with a dashboard for this business. Okay, so first of all, I'm just going to check these databases and their views. This is the default view. We have the client ID, we have the email, we have the engagement. This is a roll-up of projects, and I'm just gonna name this projects. So there is a problem here. It seems like this is a relation to projects, but what is this? This is a number of engagements. Got you. So it's number of engagements, and we have the email, furnishing budget range, lifetime value. This is gonna calculate the sum of projects values across every client. And then we have the phone number, we have the primary contact, we have the projects, property address. This should be a location, so I'm just gonna change this to place. And then we have the referral source, should be here actually, and the stage should be here too. So let's see, we have lead, consultation, proposal, active, on hold, complete, passed, and then we have referral types, and then yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna change the view, default view thing. So this is going to be clients. Let's say we need person. I usually use these. Let me just use this one here. Default view, or I will just call it all clients. All clients. And then in the pipeline, we have them per stage. So let's say client 1. There are no groups here because the grouping, because we have hide empty, so I don't want to hide them. Let's rearrange these. We have lead, proposal sent, active consultation, lead, consultation, proposal sent, active, complete, on hold, and passed. Anyone without a stage will basically show up here. Okay, so now we have the pipeline. We just needed to change this by status, an icon of a status, and then here we have active clients, which should be a filter on stages active, and lifetime value is descending, no problem at all. But am I happy with the arrangement of the properties? Let me see. Client, primary contact, number of yeah, this is fine. I mean, it's not showing all of them. We don't need that. So this is the point in Notion views. You can always control what you want to see and what not. And for active clients, I would want to have something like this. And then this is the first one, and then the pipeline. And I always tend to use all clients or the default views at the end. This is how I design these things, but it's the preference of the agency. So yeah. Yeah, so we are missing an icon for clients. So basically by the way, I need to choose a color for this. I'm gonna go with, let's do a blue color, probably. I'm tired of the blue, to be honest. I will do yellow. So for all of them, we will use the yellow color. This is for clients, okay? Now, we're gonna go to projects. Now in projects, we have project name, budget variance, which is furnishing budget minus item spend, and then we have the client relation, the design fee, the fee model, the files, the furnishing budget, item spend, items, lead designer, phase, projects ID. These are all disorganized. I need a start date. I think for the start date we have target install date, and then phase are very important. These are the phases, and client is important with the icon. Fee model is fine here. And then we have furnishing budget, item spend, items, and then the lead designer should be here. And then projects value, purchase orders, rooms, and tasks. Okay, fine for now. So I'm just gonna call it all projects. And then change the icon to project, which could be this. This is usually what we use for projects. So we need to have it here too. Yeah, and then we have by phase. In property visibility, I don't want to show this because it's not clear. Let me just keep client and then we'll fix it later. But yeah, for phase, I need to do the same thing I did earlier and then rearrange these. The phase starts with discovery, right? Let me see. Discovery, concept, and then design, procurement. Okay, discovery, concept, design, procurement, installation, close, and punch list. Yeah, this is fine. And then we're gonna choose by status, which is this one. And then the timeline is this icon. And in the timeline, let's make sure we have target install date is the end date, and the start date is is the start date basically. So yeah, we have these reviews. Every one row is gonna be the engagement with the scope and fees. By the way, for now we still are not touching any templates or any custom layouts design. So this is purely just me cleaning up the databases. Now in tasks we need the icon again, and in default view, all tasks, same, and then due date, notes, owner should be here, or due date and owner, and then priority, project room, status is important, so should be here. I always prefer status to be here. These are fine. I can convert them in the future to a proper status property, but that's not really something that's blocking me. So these are the tasks, priority, notes, project, room. So any task related to any project or any room is going to be done here. And the task board is basically a board view with a grouping by status, and then not started, in progress, waiting on client, waiting on vendor, done and blocked. These are the statuses. We are fine. We're just gonna use again status. And then in my week, this is basically owner is me and the status is not done. So okay, 1 second. So this has nothing to do with the due date. It's not filtering the due date. It's basically just filtering the not done. Okay, yeah, we can keep it my week, no problem. And here we need a week icon, and this should be the first view because this is our focus. We have the due dates, the project, the room, the type, priority, status. Status should be here or here. Yeah, here is better. Okay, now let's go to rooms and spaces. So the rooms need this probably. This is a chair, so... Oh, we don't have a room here. Let's do if we can see flat floor. Yeah, let's do this probably. I will just use this for now. This is gonna be all spaces. And then same icon. So we have the room name, budget allocated, budget flag. So this is a formula basically taking the variance. And then we have the items count of product per room. We have the mood board link, which is very interesting. We have products, projects, room type, spend to date, square footage, status. I always like to put the status here because it's the most critical information. So why not? And the room type. And yeah, this is fine. We can fix them later. But here again, we need to group by this, and then we need to fix these. So it starts with the concept, and then presented, and then ordering. Ordering. Presented, is it after or before? Depends. Concept presented is the second one. So yeah, ordering, approved, and installed. Okay. Approved should not be, let me see. Approved, ordering, and installed. Okay, perfect. Now in the rooms, in the property visibility, I don't want to see all of these. Let me just hide all of them. And then in the status, I'm gonna use this. By the way, I have an inconsistency in lowercase versus caps, but over budgets, these are the ones that have a budget flag saying over budget. So I'm just gonna use an alert icon here. And yeah, it has the project, the room type, the budget, the spend, the variance, and the status should be here. Now let's go back to products and specs. So for products, I need this barcode and the same barcode, and then all products. And then we have the category, we have the client approved, on, client price, date late, days late if it's late, and then the dimensions, estimated shipment date, extended client price, extended trade cost, finished fabric, item ID should be here. And then what is the status? Always the status is the last one. Why is this? So for the product, we have specified, presented, client approved, peer issued, acknowledged, back ordered, in transit, received, damaged, installed. These are the statuses. The vendor is important, so we need to see the vendor. Ship flag, SKU is also important. I think we don't need an item ID if we have the SKU, right? But anyway, room quantity should be here. And then the room is also important. Yeah, I think we're fine for now. Now the spec book. What is this even supposed to mean? The spec book. It shows the room, the category, the client's price, and the status. I'm gonna keep it for now, okay? And this is grouped by room, by the way. Let me see the vendor. By vendor, huh? So this is vendor. There is no icon for vendor. Shop. Let's do shop. Yeah. So we have vendor, SKU, quantity, trade price. This is important. And then we have the procurement board, which is gonna be the same. Yeah, I need to rearrange these also. Same way. It's in property. No, it's in group in here. So we have specified, damaged, in transit, installed, PO issued, presented, acknowledged should be the last one. Sorry, I don't know the order here, but client approved, damaged, PO issued, damaged. Yeah, so these still need to be fixed, but this is the procurement pipeline. So ship, let me see, can we do this? Yeah, let's just use this. And then awaiting client approval is just a filter on status, basically. Do we also have another status? Client approved. Yeah, it's presented. So I will use alert again. And then we have ship date slip in, which is basically when the ship flag is late and where status is specified, or any of these statuses, which is fine. So this is also an alert, right? I think we should change this one. Approval, client. It should be time. Yeah, this one. This is good. Awaiting client's approval, and then we have ship date. Now, in the purchase orders, we need all POs. Order. This is the one for orders. So let's use it. And we have, I know the status is here again. Status, vendor, receiver, PO number should be here. PO number. And then order total, order date, balance due. Yeah, I think this is fine. Then we have here order board, which is a board. Where can we get the board from? So yeah, this is the order board. Is it a group? Yeah, let's do that again. So acknowledge closed draft and issued. Closed is the last one. In production, received, shipped. Yeah, I really don't know. I have to still study the pipeline here to fix them, but for the balance due, it should be this. And payment is balance due. Okay, we are fine. The last one is the vendors and trades. So it should be the shops. And then all vendors. And then buy type. Buy type is this. Let's show them so we can see. I don't like them when they are empty. So I will type, okay, and we'll use this. And then for the watch list, this is when the rating is used with care or avoid. So basically this is for compliance checks. So let's do, this is the watch list. Or you know what, I have a better icon. We have glasses. Yes, this is the watch list. Now it makes sense. Okay, so we have fixed our databases. This is at least the first initial check. Now we have to think about how is this gonna be designed. Okay, by the way, I already have the specs for this project. Let me see if I have them written here anywhere. No, it's not here. So basically we need to decide for our dashboard what's the most important thing to surface from these in our dashboard for this business. What do you want to see as a design agency every day when you open your workspace? Okay, this is the question I'm going to be answering in the next video before I build the dashboard.